The research has shown that in older children, so third, fourth, fifth grade, with dyslexia compared to children without dyslexia, we see that some of these key brain areas involved in reading are working differently. You may have reduced activation, meaning that one of the brain areas may not respond as strongly to certain stimuli, for instance, letters. We also see a lot of differences in how these brain areas communicate with each other. So we can look at, the long axonal highways that connect these brain areas and see differences between children with dyslexia versus not. We can look at, other communication ways. We call it connectivity between these different brain areas. And research has shown that, the brain structure as well as the brain function is different in children with dyslexia compared to their peers. However, what we didn't know for the longest time is whether the brain is different because it changes over the time course of learning to read since kindergarten. So is it that all children start their first day of kindergarten sort of with the same kind of brain prepared for reading, and then the brain develops differently in kids with dyslexia compared to kids without? Or is it the fact that maybe the brain is already different by the time they start kindergarten? What we could show in our research is that some of these brain characteristics I explained to you in children with dyslexia actually predate the start of formal reading instruction. So these kids start their first day of kindergarten with the little backpacks with a less optimal brain for learning to read, which is really important for designing preventative approaches, but also for policy, because that means we should find these kids before they start struggling and not while they are struggling over the time course of learning to read.